Hi guys, for all of you who don't know, I'm MightyBalls. I'm going to dedicate the next 3 videos I do to the Stug missions, the personal missions, which I'm sure all of you have done or are doing. I'm going to dedicate it for the medium section only for the next 3 videos in part 1, 2 and 3, and I'm going to show you how to do them with honours. So let's go over to the very first mission. Okay then, so let's take a look at what the mission requirements are. Cause damage to an enemy vehicle, win the battle, be among the top 10 players of your team by experience earned, and the secondary condition is survive the battle. So let's go and do some damage. Let's go over to the hill, hit a tank, hopefully win the battle and survive. It's quite a good matchup for myself. I'm top tier, so this mission should be very easy. I'm in my Cromwell B. Try and keep these type of missions down to the lowest tank you can possibly field, because they're easier to do the lower you are. Obviously when you've got 3000 damage it's a little bit different. So I'm waiting for the first tank to go across because easy damage. And I don't know if I'm spotted, I haven't got 6th sense. This leopard goes and so does the Cromwell. And then there's a good player on the other team. I wait, I shoot, I've done my mission. But obviously I want to do this with honours, so I'm just going to show you. I'm going to speed it up just so you can see what I'm doing. I've already got my primary condition done by hitting a vehicle. I just need to win and survive. So I am being a bit risky. If I wanted to win and survive, I should just camp back. But to make sure I win the game, I'm going to have to try and make myself effective and give my team the best chance possible. As you can see, I'm focusing on the RT, and for some reason my gun doesn't want to play up. I move because I see the RT shoots at me, and at the moment it's looking good. I'm doing a good job for my team, and I'm hopefully going to thingy. But there's 2 OIs still left and a T150. So my job now is just to make sure that these guys know I'm there, so I make sure I'm not going to die by not getting myself in a stupid position where they can shoot me. And as you can see, I'm keeping myself at a distance where it's pretty safe. Kill this 150, I drive round and then I finish off the OI, and there you go, it's a win and a survive. So just to recap, I went over to the hill right at the beginning just to get my shot in, which is the primary condition. I then keep my gun in the game because at the end of the day we need to win. It's part of the condition, the primary condition. So I made sure my gun was always in the game whilst keeping safe, keeping to a medium distance, or keeping to a distance where the opposition found it hard to shoot me back. And as you saw by that replay, it was enough to win us the game, for me to survive and to do a damage on an enemy tank. So let's go over to mission 2. So let's see what the requirements are. Fire at least 6 shots that cause damage to an enemy vehicle, and the secondary condition is destroy an enemy vehicle. So let's head off to the middle, hopefully get a couple of shots in with any heavy tanks that drive by. Sorry for my stuttering. So we've got a couple of tanks following me, which is a good sign because they can take their flak. So at least I don't need to survive in this battle, I just need to destroy and do damage. So unfortunately I don't have 6th sense, so if I'm spotted I won't know until I've been hit. I am looking across, I can see some trees falling, but as I'm not spotting them because my view range isn't maxed out, because my crew are pretty bad in this tank. I'm again using a Cromwell B. The lower the tier in these type of missions, the better it is for you. Again, I'm top tier. I was hoping to see that big house, the OI, but unfortunately it wasn't spotted. So he must be a fairly experienced player. So the VK3001H was spotted, and the Sol 42, and the Sol 42 decided to commit suicide, which is kind of bad for us because we need to get those hits and kills. As I've spotted nothing and the tank in front of me is spotting nothing, I'm going to progress forward to try and see if I can see anything myself, or at least shoot at anything he spots if he spots anything. Remember, I've only got to hit a tank 6 times. I'm doing some blind firing because you never know. Yes, I've only got to hit the tank 6 times and to kill the tank. The tank spotted at the top. I'm waiting for him to progress. I put a shot in, and that was a bad shot by myself. See, this is a nice position to be in, because if I take a shot, the chances of them spotting me are highly unlikely, which means I can do damage to them. Someone's blind firing, or the fact that I'm spotted. That was arty. In fact, that, to be exact, that was the FV304, so I know he's fairly close, because he has to be close to be able to shoot me, or shoot near me, should I say. So I'm going to move forward, hopefully spotting him. Either I spot him or the tank near me. I aim, I shoot. There's 1 point of damage right there, guys. I shoot again, I bounce on the side of the FV. I shoot again, I miss. And then, unfortunately, I only got 1 shot of damage in. I see a JGPZ4. I put 1 shot in, I put 2 shots in, so that's 3 so far. There's 4, I only need 2 more. There's 1 more, and I've done my primary condition. Here's the OI, I put 1 shot in, and there's my 6th one. From now on, it's just damage farming and hopefully get a kill out of it. I have to load APCR on my next shot purely because that tank seems to be impregnable, apart from the odd time, so I decided to load APCR. The T-34 got a little bit excited, drove forward and got demolished by the T-67. I progressed forward, but not enough to where the T-67 can ransack me. I thought I'll hold back for when these guys get pushed back and hopefully get a low health to get a kill. It's all about kill stealing when it gets to this point. I track him, I get all excited now because I think this is my secondary condition, but unfortunately he gets killed. And then here's a tank, he's on low health, I take a shot and there's my secondary condition. So again, let's recap. I went off to the middle. I only needed to get 6 shots, so I didn't want to be too risky. I didn't want to go into the city and end up getting killed, because you can get killed sometimes by getting ransacked by about 4 or 5 tanks and only get off 2 or 3 shots. So I wanted to be quite passive, get off 6 shots, get a kill, mission completed. So I went off to the middle. I was very passive. I got off some sniping shots, managed to get a kill and completed it with honours. So let's go off to the 3rd mission. I haven't put the mission requirements up on screen. I actually forgot whilst recording the gameplay, so I'll just read them out to you. The objective is cause damage to the enemy vehicle in the first 2 minutes of the battle, and your secondary is survive the battle. So it's pretty simple. I'm going to go straight up to the top of the hill, spot someone, shoot them, objective done, then it's just survive the battle. So again, I'm in my lowest I can possibly in, which is my Cromwell B. Haven't got 6th sense, poor crew, so bear with me on my gameplay, guys. So I'm going straight over here. I know I'm going to be spotted here purely because I'm risking it. I wait, I aim, I shoot, I pull, well, I start to pull back, which was in hindsight a very bad move because I took a shot there from the KV-85. So I've done my objective mission. I've put a damage into a tank in the first 2 minutes of the game. Now all that's left is survive the battle. Now, once you've got this part done, be a little bit more passive than you'd normally be, take less risks, but try and keep your gun in the game, because the way to survive is for your team to win. So you've got to try and assist your team to the best of your capability, hence why I am not poking, taking shots, because at the end of the day, me being dead isn't going to help me on my mission or my team to win. So I'm picking my targets carefully. I can see that that tank there isn't even looking at me, so I turn, I take a shot and I pull back, keeping myself safe. I need to keep my health for the later part of the game so I don't get killed. I go over, I take a shot, I stop, I wait, I take 1 more shot whilst trying to pull back because I can see that he's about to shoot. I go over, I put in another shot and kill the KV-85. So now what's left is the OI experimental, the AT2 and the KV-85 plus a Hellcat, and I take a shot there without even realising that the experimental came up and shot me. My team did not do a very good job in protecting me there. but as there's only a couple of tanks left, I've decided to go a little bit more. I'm putting a shot into the Hellcat, go straight into the dirt. I finish off the Hellcat. Unfortunately, for some reason the battle crashed on me and I couldn't show you the rest. I did win the game, my team did do well and we ended up winning. Just to recap on mission 3, it was simple. I had to get to somewhere where I could shoot my enemies within the first 2 minutes and do damage, and then I had to survive the battle. Now there's only one way to do that. You rush to somewhere, you do a shot like I did, and then you got to be careful for the rest of the game, but keep your gun in the game, because at the end of the day, if you don't win the battle, help your team win the battle, that is, you aren't going to survive unless you're very lucky and you can hide somewhere for the next 10 minutes of the game, or you get capped out. So I ran up to the top of the hill, I took a shot. As you saw in the replay, I was very passive from then on. I only did shots when I knew it was safe for myself, and I carried on and we went on to win the game. Unfortunately, you couldn't see that because Wargaming being Wargaming did a beautiful development, and the game, or should I say the replay, crashed halfway through. I will show you at the end of the third video all the missions in the mission tab with completion and with honours on them, so you can actually see that I did do that with honours. So let's move over to the fourth mission. Okay then, so destroy a track on your enemy vehicle, cause damage to an immobilised vehicle before the track is repaired, and destroy an immobilised vehicle before their track is repaired. Now, theoretically, all I have to do is track a vehicle. I don't have to do damage to the vehicle I've tracked. As long as I do damage to a vehicle and kill a vehicle tracked by another person is fine. So I'm heading off to C and D1 to try and have a go at all the heavies. I rarely ever play this map, so I don't know the best places to go in this map. So I'm just going to know where I know I can do a bit of damage, because for some reason what I do know of this map is all the heavies come this side, all the mediums go the other, and I prefer taking on the heavies than the mediums. Cromwell spotted, I pull back, I take a shot, but unfortunately I bounce him. He gets out of vision before I can do any more damage. I spot an OI, put in one shot, he goes unspotted, I put in another shot, put in a third shot, and now he starts angling. Put in a fourth. Now that's my tracking, that's my objective kind of done, half of it's done. Now unfortunately I can't retrack him and damage him to get the full primary condition done. So unfortunately I take a huge shot. I was lucky not to be one-shotted there by the OI, so I decided I'm going to get the hell out of here because I do not want to face them anymore. I'm a one-shot to just about all of those heavies, so I'm out of here. I'm going to go and take on the Cromwells and the TDs or whatever other mediums are down in that corner on the 0 and 1 line. So I drive up. I'm going to go and try and put some lovely little damage into the A1 which is spotted. I then spot a Hellcat. That there was my mission, guys. I just killed a tank that was tracked already. So I've already tracked someone and I've just gone and killed a tank that was tracked already. So just to recap on that mission, you need to track a tank. You don't have to do damage to the tank you have tracked, as long as you do damage to a tank that is tracked by someone else. And you also, for the secondary mission, you need to kill that tank which is tracked either by someone else or by yourself. So let's go over to the fifth mission then, guys. Once again, I must apologise, I forgot to put the mission requirements up at the beginning, so let's do a recap. Cause damage to an enemy light vehicle by shooting or ramming it, and the secondary is survive the battle. So fairly simple. I've just got to do damage to a light tank, which there's only a couple on their team, well there's 3, so I've got 3 tanks I have to shoot at, and hopefully they'll drive my way. So I'm going to go to the middle because that's generally where the light tanks go on this map. They don't always go that way, sometimes they go to the 0-9 line, and occasionally you'll even see them down the 1 line. So I'm going off to the middle where they are mostly at, because they try and rush across and get some spots. So I want to make sure I'm going to hit them before they hit, or should I say before I die. So I'm trying to spot the middle, trying to spot some light tanks. We spot one light tank, the MT-25. I aim ahead, I shoot, and I obviously miss because it hasn't told me I've hit. We see a Cromwell. I fire, I shoot, and I get a nice little shot on him. And then there's the Bulldog. He's going quite fast. It's going to be hard to hit him. I miss. The last shot. I shoot it. He goes invisible. Oh, yes. Amazing. There's my mission, guys. I hit him blind. That was a good shot. So all I need to do now is survive. So I need to be effective yet risk-free. So we see a T69. I take a shot. I'm never going to pen that turret from this distance. So I avert my eyes. Now I wait until I can see the side. With APCR, I thought I could go through, but I bounce. Now I'm not going to be aggressive. I did get spotted because someone shot and it hit below me. I'm not going to be aggressive. We need to win this game because I need to survive. And in general, if you don't win, you're not going to survive. So I'm going to keep myself to a medium distance, or to at least to positions where tanks find it harder to shoot at me. So my team are up the 8, 9 and 0 line. It's quite obvious now that the 1-2 line isn't being used by either team. So unless I start progressing a little bit, my team up in the top half map will eventually end up dying because the whole team are camping. I take one shot into the T44, 2 shots, he pulls back. See, I've just took 15% off his health. That's helped my team. My Bulldog's gone YOLO in and will hopefully kill him. I noticed that a T26E4 has gone down. I need to help my Bulldog, or else this tank will end up killing my Bulldog and will end up in a lot of trouble. Cromwell's gone down to try and help, which is kind of a bad idea. Trying to see a Super Persian head on with a Cromwell is just about the worst idea you could possibly do. So I've decided I've got to do something. So I'm going to start moving across and hopefully get in the butt of the T26E4. Knowing full well that the other Super Persian is still probably on the hill, I need to make sure I don't get hit by him and try and take as many shots as I can at the Super Persian on the ground, who have taken out the Cromwell and I think put 1 or 2 shots into the Bulldog. So I've got the butt of the Persian. I put a shot in, pull back. I don't want to take a shot. I need to keep my health until the later part of the game, because if I take a shot now while the teams are fairly close, I might end up losing. So I've decided I'm still going to harass this guy, keep him occupied with me while my team do everything else. Put in 1 shot, put in 2 shots. He puts in a shot just as I'm about to kill him, and mission completed. We're 9-6 up. It's still very close on hit points, as you can see. I'm going to go up, try and put pressure on that T34 tank. So far the KV4 hasn't been spotted, which is a bit of a disaster because we don't know if he's going down the 1 line or not. I'm assuming he's around this area because the rest of the team are. So I can see I've got no shots on the T34. The KV4 is spotted. I don't know if I spotted him or not. I don't think I did because my ribbons didn't pop up. I'm going to try and keep myself unspotted, even though I don't know if I'm spotted or not. So I get the side of the the KV4. The armour on that thing is absolutely immense. I try and track him so the rest of my team can do some damage, but to no avail. That tank is super hard to penetrate using even APCR with this. If he's even slightly angled, he needs to be flush with myself. So I'll go back up. I spot the KV4 again. I put a shot into the side of his turret, another shot, and then I pull back because I might be spotted. Again, I'm trying to keep my health as much as possible. We're winning quite nicely. So I've decided I'm going to keep myself in between the rock of between the KV4 and myself and try and take this tank out. He's taken out pretty quickly, which is pretty nice. The game's looking good now at 13-7. I've just got to stay alive. Putting 1 shot into the IS-3. Keeping myself in between the rock and the KV4 as normal. And I'm going to go and try and get the butt end of the KV4. Because if that KV4 is so troll, it can still win the game even with 56% of its health. So I'll get the butt, I'll take his tracks, I'm going to keep him there, or at least try and kill him. I'll put in another shot and my team kill the guy. Now I've got the nice butt of the IS-3. At this point I've done my mission, and that looks like I've done it with honours because I end up killing this IS-3 and I stay alive and we win the game. So just to recap for the 5th and final mission of this video, the mission objective was cause damage to an enemy vehicle light tank by shooting or ramming it and survive the battle for the secondary condition. So that was pretty simple. You got to shoot a light tank and then play passive but still keep your gun in the game. Just don't do any high risky shots where you might take damage or die, because at the end of the day you need to stay alive. So you still need to win the game, else you're not going to stay alive unless you're lucky and the team caps out, etc, etc. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you like it. If you do, please like and subscribe. It'll help my channel and help this video out. I'll be posting the step 2, which is mission 6 to 10, in the next few days, maybe a week, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.